This video will go into the disassembly and packing of the Gold Star exhibit. It's important that this exhibit is packed in the proper manner in order to protect its components that can be easily damaged, such as its LED lights and the computer diodes that are at the bottom and top of each frame. The first step in the disassembly is to remove the panels from each side, the cloth panels. Pull on the tab. Each one of them has a loop tab right there that you can pull on to remove it, to start the removal, and then it's just a matter of gently pulling out of the grooves that it is in. So now at this point we'll simply turn it around and go through the same process on the other side, grabbing the loop and starting to pull it from the grooves that we put it in the assembly. If you choose to, you can use the tool to put it through the loop and then pull. I find it easier myself just to use my fingers. Okay, now you're going to use the hex tool to remove the center brace. Simply stick it into the screw head, turn it counterclockwise a half turn or so, just enough to loosen it and be able to slide it out. So at this point we're ready to disconnect the wiring up at the top. Simply pull it apart, first pressing the tab in so it slips through the loop, and then pull the wiring, the channel, down out of the frame and bring it down to the bottom half as you see here. At this time we're going to use the hex tool to loosen the bolts that are in the frame that hold the top part of the frame to the bottom part, just loosening by turning it a half a turn or so. You only need to loosen the top one on each side. You do not need to loosen the bottom one. Now you will use your finger to push the nut in while you pull up on the top of the frame, thus separating the top half of the frame from the bottom half of the frame. Once this is done, you can lift the top half of the frame completely off the assembly and take it down, ready for packing. So we will now go through the process of removing the support braces that go on the bottom of each of the frames. There's one on each side. Simply loosen the nut and then raise the frame up to remove the leg from the channel. So now we have everything dismantled, taken apart. The next step is packing into the case. Important to look at the lights at the top of the frame and the lights at the bottom of the frame. The whole method for packing is in order to protect those components. The first thing we're going to do is use this small box, and we're going to pack the power cord, the hex key tool, and the support bar into that box. And in this first case, it will have the power supply also that has a multi-plug for all three of these to plug into. All three of the panels to plug into. And that's that there. So we're now going to put the one half of the frame in, the top or bottom, it doesn't matter. In this case, we're putting the bottom in first. It's going into the case, rest all the way at the end of the case. There's foam in each corner that helps us hold it in there tight. Once that's in place, once that's in place, we're going to use these long boxes to go against these lights, actually go around the lights and into the box at the other end. This creates a wedge, so to speak. It keeps that frame from moving up and down in that in the plastic case. So now just start packing material on both sides of the long box just to keep it from moving around in there too much. There's no special fashion to do this, just do it so that everything seems to be pretty well packed. And now at this point you will put the two cloth panels into a plastic bag to be placed into the storage box as well. Place the cloth panels into the box, and then you're going to place another large piece of cardboard over all the stuff that's in the box currently. This will begin your next layer of packing, which will start with the top frame going on the opposite end that you put the bottom frame. Again, we'll place the two long pieces of cardboard over the lights to protect the lights, wedging it between the frame and the plastic box. Continue packing the rest of the packing material in the box, putting the box that has all the extra components down at the bottom to help wedge the frame, keep it from moving. Once you have everything packed in there, well, then you can put the last piece of cardboard over the top. Last thing to pack is the two support braces, as you see here. One will go in each end with the long stem down, the wide bracket going over the top of the cardboard. At this point, we can put the lid down on the box, being careful that the cord is not sticking out. This is a common problem. Always make sure this cord is packed down inside and out of the way. Then just bring the box down over the top on all sides. Okay, now just pull the straps over and snap them together and then pull them tight. Once you've done this on both sides, the lid's down tight, you'll be able to stand it up on its end, and it is ready, complete, ready to move. Do the same thing on the other two frames.